Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome in a new video. In this video, I'm gonna show you and answer to all your questions about how a chat system works. I'm gonna talk about the back end, not the front end, because the front end is like just for designers, web designers. They're gonna make a great design and boom, blow up your mind. Like how everything is connected, like the front end with the back end. That's that thing. Like how you link them is not the hard thing. The hard thing is the algorithms, is the back end. Okay, so as part of mine, I decided to show you how everything is linked and how everything's working actually in the behind the scenes. So just for your information, because before I started this video, there is two types of databases. Okay, we all know that chat systems or social media has databases. They use databases in order to store data. Okay, that's a fact. Everybody knows that. Not only like backend developers, front-end developers, or full stack developers. Okay, since you are a backend developer or you are already interested in backend development, you may already know that there is a NoSQL databases and SQL databases. The difference between them, that the SQL databases, they are using SQL language, like from, I don't know, from blah blah blah, insert, and those keywords they use. It's like a native English, okay? It's like just English. But the non-SQL databases like MongoDB or Mongoose, they are using the JSON. Okay, what is JSON? JSON is JavaScript notation, object notation. Okay, the database is some kind of a JavaScript object. Okay, so if I may show you here, this is a JSON file. Okay, this could be a database of intents. Well, this is about uh, developing artificial intelligence chatbot. Like if it receives a hi, then it's gonna say it's greeting, and then the response gonna be like hello. So you see, this is kind of database. Okay, if it's greeting, if it's goodbye, if it's stocks. Okay, so I hope that I gave you a simple idea about non-SQL databases. So now we start about the chat system development, the backend development, I mean. So in order to start, we gotta have users. Okay, you can't have the social media without users. Okay, or chat systems without users. So, and inside users, there is actually users, but what we want to mean is like there is user one, there is users two, and etc. Okay, but in order to do that, we're not gonna hard code every user. Okay, so we're gonna use classes. Okay, this is the first. If you do not know what is classes, is like data type of JavaScript data structures. Okay, so here the user, we gotta have a constructor. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because inside the user, I'm gonna give him some props or some properties. Okay, the first property gonna be name, and the second one gonna be username. Well, I'm not going that far. Okay, username, and password. Okay, so what I'm telling him right now is like if you receive the first parameter, then that is your name, and if you receive the second one, that's your username, and so on. The third one is also the password. Okay, this the password, I guess. Yeah, let's go to password. No, it's pass. You gotta be careful when you're dealing with these things. Okay, so and okay, till now, all what we did, like if we run the class right now, all we have done is like we have given the properties to the class, but we have not added them to the users. Okay, imagine this is your database. This is your database. This is our database. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a function here, and that function, what it's gonna do, it's gonna append to the users. Okay, users we're not gonna work with append. We're gonna do push. Why? Because when you use append, you are adding the user, like user over user. But when you're working with push, like user after user. So the first one is the first one. The last one is the second one, and the last one the third one, and so on. Okay. So when we push, what we're gonna push here, like we're gonna push a new user. Okay. That user has this name and this username, and sorry, the last thing is this dot password. I forgot to mention a thing, that each user has messages, okay, and the message is going to be an empty array. Okay, we're not going to array it here, like it's set automatically whenever a new user is uh, defined or declared, that it has no messages for sure. You can add like hello to blah 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 chat system, but we're not going to cover that because we're going to cover only the fundamentals of the chat system. Okay, so we now have user. So the second thing that I'm gonna mention is like this messages gonna be filled with messages. Okay, yeah, that's obvious. But messages, let we say it's a bunch of message, or the plural of message, or imagine that it's like message one, message two, and so on. So in order to do that, we're gonna define another class which is called message. And this message has also a constructor, and that constructor, it has like from and to and the content of the message for sure. So we're gonna do the same thing that we have done before. It's like this from, this content, and so on. This dot to is to, and this dot content is content. Okay, so till now we have declared our message, but now we need to look to something first. Okay, now we just done, like we have defined the class user, class message, but we didn't define a way how to insert a user to a user's database. Okay, so in order to do that, we're gonna make a sample function. Okay, and it's an arrow function. Since we are in 2021, we do not go on the old way. So it's like add user. I'm gonna go on the comma case since it's JavaScript. This is the way that JavaScripts want us to go. Okay, so add user is like, what we're gonna do is like new user, and then it's gotta have properties, I guess. Yeah, name, username, pass. I'm going for the short way. There's name, there is user, and there's pass. Okay, and then we don't forget to do create, because that's the function that we have already mentioned here. I put get. It's create. I don't know why I say get. Sorry, I don't know how I did that, but it's just done. Okay, hopefully I didn't run that before. So now we just try to console.log the users that we have. Okay, so I'm gonna add user with the name of me, Yasser, and Yasser as a username and a password of blah blah blah. So in order to run that in the console, just write node and chat backend.js. So here, as you see, we have a user. It has a name of Yasser, username of Yasser, and password blah blah blah. And the messages are empty for now. Okay, this is a good sign. So now we have created a user so far. We're gonna create another user, and that user, okay, I'm gonna double the function here. It's Adam, and here it's Adam with 4 here. I don't know, I'm going to nerd case. So I don't care about the password till now, because all we're working on is like I'm trying to give you the fundamentals, okay? So I'm gonna create a constant send message. It's actually the function that we need to send a message. So the function contains something some properties from and to and the content of the message for sure. So what we're gonna do here, like, remember that we had an array which contains our users, okay? So in order to send a message, we need to define who it is and to whom it is and what it is. So in order to do that, I tried this way. I used the loops, but the new one, like let user of users. So now we are dealing with array. That's why I used of, not in, okay? So let user of users, users I mean by this one, yeah. And here what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna try to tell it, like, if you find the user before this one, I guess I need to define something is the user ID. User ID, okay, for user. Or I guess without the user ID, we can go on this. Let's just try it. Okay, we have f user is equal to from. Then we need to go to, we're gonna return something here. So we're gonna do new message. Sorry. We're gonna go new message. This message, is it like this user from? So what we need basically is, like, when you send the message gonna be appear to you and appear to the person that you have sent to. Okay. So here we would not confuse our system. We were not like going in complex data types. Just like if it's me, the one who sent it, just write that the sender is me. But here we gonna make 2 to 2, okay? Like, to who I'm sending this message, I'm gonna write 2, like the whole. Okay, you're gonna understand me when I go on. Yeah, when I'm gonna extract it. Okay, this is new message. I guess we gonna append it in user dot messages dot push. And as I said, we're working one after one, not one over one. Okay, there's difference. There's a difference between one after one and one over one. So here what I want to do is like console.log. I guess I still have this command here somewhere here. No, I remove it. So whatever, I'm gonna read it down. Users. So here, before I run this one, I'm gonna send a message from who? From users one. No, from me, which is yes sir, to Adam, which is in the one, and I'm gonna tell him welcome to backend dev. It doesn't matter what I write in him, it's just I want you to see everything here. Okay. We got something. Here, like, user, yes sir, has a message inside his messages. But it's appeared like in this way. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. If you're gonna do this one, users 0 dot messages, you're gonna find it. You're gonna read it so easily, okay? How is it? Like, the messages of users are like from who? This message is from me, like from yes for sure. And to who? It's to Adam. And this Adam has this username and this password. Okay, we don't care about this. We can change this actually, like just to we just need a name or the username. We don't, because this is gonna face some security issues. Okay, so to username. Okay, so like this, if I save it and go back and run it, yeah, to Adam, like without those data. Welcome to backend dev. Okay, so I'm gonna make another thing, which is else if I need else if here, else if user is, I don't know if it's gonna work like this. I'm gonna add this here, like strictly two that do the same thing, except we're gonna change. I just change this me to from, and here I just gonna change this one like this, and here we're gonna show the two messages of the two users. Okay, so like this, I think everything's working properly. So yeah, this is it. Well, user one messages. Okay, seems there's a problem, but anyway, messages me, but else if. Okay, there is something that we should fix. Remember the things that we have added here, like for the security issues, we need to add it here too, okay? So this is for security issues. So, and what we're gonna need to do is like, we need to add it here too, okay? And add it here too, because now we're telling like if the username of the user that we are in, because we are looping inside the loop, you know, like if it's the same with the from is the username, okay? So now we are comparing usernames. His username is like something specific to only someone, okay? And we can add that here actually in the add username, okay? If we're gonna make a loop of iteration, well, this is not our course of today, but if you want to something like more developed about security issues and all those things like the drawbacks that you're gonna face when you're like working with backend, you can just tell me in the comments and I'm gonna make a bunch of videos over here. Like this video just came by my mind, and now we're gonna try this. Okay, we get this. Now chat, because what I was trying to print is this one. Okay, users one messages. Okay, but if we try to see the messages of users o dot messages, I guess we're gonna find something inside. Yeah, we found things. So we have message from me to Adam. The content, welcome to backend dev. Okay, and this is another one. Okay, I'm gonna separate them in a modern way. Okay, I'm gonna add this like boom here. Gonna write something here like yesers and yesers messenger, something like this. I'm gonna plus, and here do Adams, and here I'm gonna change it to 1, and then we're gonna write yesers messenger is object, and we are getting this because we are working with objects like two different data types. So we're gonna need like JSON.stringify, and here too JSON.stringify. Not this one, but this one. I hope it's gonna work, because like it's always about things that you may never think of. Okay, this is it. User messenger is like from me. There is a message to Adam, and this message contains content. Welcome to backend dev, and here is Adam's messenger. It contains from Yeser. Yeser sent you a message to you, which is to me, and content as welcome to. It's the same message as you see. That's how. And if you like, you're gonna tell me like how I'm gonna use this system. Okay, I'm gonna tell you like, imagine you have a button in your application. So whenever the on click, like there is an implemented function, like when in HTML, not HTML, it's like the DOM, the document object module. Okay, when you're working with DOM, like there is let me imagine like, okay, imagine that we have a button here inside, and we're gonna do like document dot get element by ID, and that ID is send. Okay, that send, and then we're gonna do on click. On click, what we're gonna do is like this function that run this send message, and you're gonna add these things from inside your website. Okay, so you can get like who is sending this, like you can get this from the cookies that you're gonna program this. Okay, if you want some examples about these things, just type them down in the comment section. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos. Okay, I promise you that. So this was our video, and thank you for your watch. If you liked it, just let me know by pushing on the like button. If you didn't like it, click also on dislike and tell me why in the comments why didn't you like it. If maybe I was too slow, I was too fast, I was there's things like factors that make you dislike my video, so please tell me about them so we can improve our content in our channel. See you in the next video. Ciao. Have a nice day.